Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is the last day of February. It's February 28th. It's Tuesday. We're going to be making fried chicken today. And we're not going to be just making fried chicken. We're going to be doing Leah Chases fried chicken. You might be wondering, well, who on earth is Leah Chase? Well, Leah Chase was very big in the civil rights movement. She was a master chef, owned a very famous restaurant in New Orleans in the Fifth Quarter area. And you can definitely check out her biography. She has a very long list of accolades and a biography on the web. If you're interested in learning more about her or watching her do her fried chicken, you can Google Leah Chase and Julia Childs. When Julia Childs was alive, towards the end of her life, in the late 80s to early 90s, Julia Childs did a series with master chefs, and Leah Chase was one of those master chefs. I believe it was in the first season of Julia Childs and Master Chefs in Julia Childs' kitchen in her Cambridge home. Sorry, I did do an there. I'm trying to get out of the habit, but that was an because I had to think of something. So, both Julia Childs and Leah Chase were master chefs. Julia Childs, of course, with the French cooking, and we will be doing some of Julia Childs' French recipes later on, but we're going to concentrate on Leah Chase's fried chicken. Fried chicken has been around for a very long time. It dates back all the way probably to the 1700s and possibly even sooner than that. Fried chicken is great, hot, cold, picnic, summer, winter, pretty much all year round for fried chicken. So we're going to indulge right into Leah Chase's recipe. It's only 11:43. I'm not going to fry it right now, but I am going to start preparing it. For this recipe, you're going to need 2 cans of condensed milk, evaporated milk. You're going to need 4 eggs, black pepper, white pepper, Lowry seasoned salt, and good old-fashioned all-purpose flour. So let's get started. And I've got my chicken. I've had my chicken defrosting for several days now, so it is ready. I'm going to take my chicken out of the refrigerator, and here it is. I bought a whole chicken, and I'm going to turn you around. That's a whole chicken. It's easier for you to do, or for us to do, a whole chicken versus buying the pieces already cut. The reason for this is if you buy an entire whole chicken, you're going to save a lot of money overall buying the prepackaged legs, thighs, wings, breasts that are already cut. You're also going to get meat out of this, and it's going to be quite a bit of meat. So I'm going to show you step by step Leah Chase's fried chicken recipe. So I'm kind of going to get you guys situated so you guys can see this. And we need to go further back. I might even have to pull you up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wash your chicken. And I'm actually going to move you guys so you guys can see this part. I'm actually going to bring you over my sink, and I'm going to kind of dump you guys down a little bit. You're not going to see the actual wash because I have a lot of dishes in my sink. Are these dishes clean or dirty? All right. I got to take all of this stuff out of my sink. Unfortunately, I decided not to look at the dishwasher, and my dishwasher is clean. So I'm just moving some of the dirty dishes. Okay, the reason we wash our chicken is we get any bacteria and any gunk off of the chicken. Also, if the chicken's been sitting in the bag, you'll have blood and stuff, and you really don't want that. So, I'm going to throw the bag. Garbage. And it's very important when you're working with raw poultry to make sure you constantly wash your hands. And always make sure you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. That will get rid of any bacteria and and that you're not contaminating anything else when you're working with poultry. Also, it's good, and I know most households don't necessarily have this. Most restaurants will have this, however, and that is they will have specific cutting boards and tools that they only use for poultry and nothing else. And usually, nowadays, you can get cutting boards that are color-coded for the type of meat that you're working with, whether it be poultry, beef, pork, chicken, fish. Chicken, and especially, you do not want chicken to touch anything else because you can contaminate. Salmonella transfers very easy and people can get sick. So always make sure that when working with poultry, that you keep things separate. And this goes for eggs as well. Eggs and chicken, turkey, duck, anything in the poultry family, you want to keep separate. So I'm going to move you guys down so you can see this. And here we have our entire chicken right here. As you'll know, you get a bag of giblets. And in the giblets are part of the neck, the liver, and then you get the giblets, and I'll kind of show you what the giblets look like. Save those. You're not going to be using it in the fried chicken recipe, but they're great in gumbos. If you're from the South and make gumbos, if you're from the North, they're great in soups. They're great soup starters. They're great stock starters for soups. So make sure you always keep those. Put them in a freezer bag, and you can actually refreeze those. And they freeze beautifully. So my dogs are going to start barking. I'm going to pause this for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Like I said, I have the giblets off to the side. I'm just going to keep the giblets off to the side. I'll put them in a bag in a minute. Hopefully you don't hear my dogs barking too much, but you know, that happens when you have a lot of dogs. So, the reason we're using a whole chicken versus buying the pieces is it's cost efficient to just get a whole chicken versus going and buying the pre-made. A whole chicken versus the pieces, you could easily save $10 to $15 depending on how many people you're feeding. If you're feeding a lot of people, buy multiple whole chickens. Whole chickens can be, this one is a bell chicken. It's a little bit more pricey. It's about $3.49 a pound. So if you get a 5 or 6 pound chicken, you're talking about $18. If I would have bought this in pieces, it could easily run into the $30, $40 category. So you do the math, you're saving a lot of money. Anyway, when cutting a whole chicken, start with the backbone. And this is the back of the chicken. And you can always tell that this is the breast side. So what we're going to do with the whole chicken is we're gonna go straight down the back. And you just want to basically you're just going to break the back pieces. Just like that. That's kind of, if you were going to do a whole chicken on the grill, that's a snapshot. Chicken, you could put the chicken like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut the breastbone down the center, and sometimes this works and sometimes this doesn't. And we just want to get it started, and we're just going to pull. Now we have our 2 halves of our chicken. So now with a clean plate, which I don't have, I'm going to wash my hands really quick. Sorry for the dead air. I'm actually going to stop the video for a minute. I'll be right back.